Hello and welcome to Transistor. This is one of my favorite PS4 games. Came out back in 2014. It's from the developer Supergiant Games. They made games like Bastion, Hades, and this is a mixture of action role-playing and turn-based strategy. The story follows this character named Red. She's a singer. But this organization comes and they essentially take her voice. And the only thing that she has to guide her is Transistor, which is a sword. And that's the voice that talks to you throughout the game, that narrates the game and, telling you what's going on in the world. It's cool when you play on the PS4 because it talks to you through the PS4 controller. So it's like a different experience. And the first thing that grabs you is the soundtrack of the game. The style of the game is very nice as well, but the soundtrack is just sounds really good. Like when you're fighting, when you're walking around, the sound just fits the mood. And there's like hidden passages that you can play, and when you play, you unlock more music, and then you can like sit in this like beach looking area and play different music from the soundtrack. So that's also cool. In the background, it's just gameplay early on in the game. I chopped up some scenes. You could see the battle system, which is really different in terms of like turn-based. You can stop the game in a way and choose what kind of attacks you want to do. And based on what attack you do, it like fills up the meter. So, you can't spam it basically. And then you have to wait for it to recharge before you can start again. If you pick a move that you don't want to do, you can always go back. Your different moves are called functions. So they're on the face buttons. So X, square, triangle, circle. As you defeat bosses, you level up, and like certain bosses give you a different function. So if you defeat a boss, get their function, you can apply that function in your mechanics. Like you can make it so that each function is doing something differently. The function can either be an active slot function or an upgrade slot function, and depending on what you do, it really changes. Like if you have an attack that you really like and you find a new function, you can add on to that attack that you really like, and it'll be an upgrade to it. If you find a new function, you really want to use it, and you don't like one of the other functions you have, you can put it at active slot. So, for example, you have a ability to like dash, and let's say you don't want the dash ability. It's very helpful. You should use it because you can use it at all times. But if you want to replace it, you can replace it with something else, and then use the dash as an upgrade. So that's where the role-playing aspect of it comes in. You level up, you unlock new functions, and then you can go to different terminals and mess around, with how like your play style, essentially. What do you like to do when you play? When you defeat enemies, these things called processes come out, and they run around, and if you don't kill them fast enough, they respawn the enemy that you just killed. So you have to be on top of everything, kill something, find the process, kill it again. They're going to be things or people you see laying down on the ground, and Transistor will know who they are. They're like different people that was in the town, and that's another way to get new functions. Like you may see something on the ground, and then Transistor will say, "Hey, that's so and so," and he'll have like a conversation with him, and then that person will essentially join you on your quest to defeat the bad guys. So there's multiple ways to get new functions, defeat really tough bosses, or find the people that's just that's been killed essentially, and you can steal them. You can get them. You can get the abilities. It's kind of like Mega Man in a way. But the game it's not too long, but it's a lot of fun. And again, the music really brings you into the action. As you get better, you unlock more hidden passageways with tougher challenges, and when you beat them, you get you get the music, but you also get a boost to something or extra function. So it takes a while to get used to the battle system, because you can fight regular, just pressing square, triangle, circle, whatever to do your move, but it's more efficient when you hit the button and you do the turn thing. So try it out. I know it's pretty old, but I know people like when I talk about video games. So if you have a PS4 and you're looking for something to play Transistor. I also know it's on the Nintendo Switch, so you should try it out. I'll let the rest of the gameplay play, and there's a boss battle at the end. This is one of the bad people who took away Red's voice, and you just see the mechanics of the boss battle. Oh, also, if you lose, when you die, you lose a function. You don't just die and get game over. One of your functions actually breaks, and you have to get like two or three upgrades to unlock that function again. So when you die, it's not essentially game over. It's just you lose an important weapon or something like that. But it's Transistor. Thank you for listening. Deuces.
I can do that with everything. I can remove everything. You can see I have 0 out of 16. And then I can put so it's basically a way to set up how you want to play, because all that space is going to fill up with more functions and more like upgradability. So it gets pretty cool.
Good. Just one more block. I want to show you something. Don't be gone. Please don't be gone. I can't. I'm here. I'm over here. Hey. Is that you? Oh. Look at you. Hey, say something already. Say something, will you? Oh no. She's here. Look who it is. Hello again, Sybil. You. Lost her damn mind. All set. She must have felt bad. Have another. Not again. Bye, Sybil. She's finished. Her trace. Hello again, Sybil. Your Camerata friends. I want you to tell us where they are. Do you understand? Sybil's trace.